Hey folks, it is Freezair here. I hope you're having a good day as we go into the 7th episode of Let's Play Little Monsters. I certainly am. I am in fact such a good mood that I am just keeping on recording for a long time. And I know I said that we would go to the next area, but off screen I did some things. I decided I would show off the results of those things before I went and did the things I said I was going to do, before I did the things that I didn't say I was going to do. Basically, I went to Minicar, and I got the 3 gems that you can normally only get by fighting there, or by going to the arena and doing some stuff there. I got Virus, which is right here. I got Remedy, which is right here. And I got Death, which is right here. The Virus is a lot like Death, in that it is not something which you want in your deck. If you use Virus, not only will it do 25 damage to you, but it will also multiply if you ignore it. Leave it in your hand and suddenly everything will become a virus. Terrible gem to actually use, but there's another gem that can put it in your deck, and virus itself leads to a wonderful chain of gems, which all turn out to be really quite awesome. Remedy, if you set it, it will just lead to this guy. Don't need to fight him again. And Death also kicks off a new gem chain, and I'm going to show off the results of some of these gem chains before I, set off and do those sort of things, and, do the things. Plus, it helps burn up time, and time is stuff we need to burn up, so let's fight Virus and see where it leads to. Yes, Virus at first leads to this rather anemic-looking, beribboned bird penguin thing, which is in fact named Ribbon. Its deck is not that dramatic, but it does in fact have that combat gem, which will turn things in your hand to death. It lays waste to all and brings death wherever it goes. Actually, it wants to use that up, and I don't blame it. It's not fighting particularly smartly AI today. Having that in its hands would be most beneficial to it. But I will poison it. So even though it charms me, it will continue to take damage. See, I saw what it was going to do, and I knew I couldn't paralyze it, so I worked with it. I worked it. And that will kill it, because I have it in hand. Whee! Ribbon leads to the Heart Change gem. The Heart Change leads some wonderful places. Heart Change. It leads to this guy, who looks rather cowboyish. Yeehaw! His name is Hat. He wears a hat, and he is going to try and use Bio on us, and I do not want him to use Bio on us, so Gem Wave it is. Let's poison while we're at it. It should be fun. Yeah, he's got high speed there, so the poison was probably beneficial. Luckily, he can only punch us, but I do hope that we get a healing gem somewhere here, because with high speed we might be in trouble. Oh, definitely in trouble. That's healing, but it would be so bad for us. Heal X4. It heals 200 HP. It's very dangerous. No, all of our hard work for naught. As well as Dream. He's tougher. I remember him being G's. Oh boy, we are dead. We are dead. Deader than an old dog, and that is going to knock our love way back down, but it's going to be okay. Because I need to turn Elpea into something else. Let's see, which should I turn her into? There are lots of monsters I like. Should I use Dragon Scale? No, that's going to be a little bit cheap. Should I evolve her and use a spin-out gem? That seems very thematically appropriate, but no, I want to show off an interesting monster. Oh, I know. I will show off the monster you get when you set back scene, because there is no other way to see this monster normally. Actually, there is. I take that back, but let's do it. Which monster will appear? This is Spider. It flies along on neat little ear wings. Kind of cool looking little guy. But I'm happy with using this for not quite the rest of the game, but for a significant portion of it. We have 2 corals, so I'm going to use those to make us all nice and happy again. They're going to be found, you fool! But you can still find coral here after you pick up the gem chip. There, isn't that better? Now, since that recovered our HP, how about we try and fight Hat again, this time with less since we lost the hat, we lost the gem we set, so we gotta get another Heart Change. Well, that was not all that trouble. Let's try fighting Hat again, shall we? Oh, Hat! Time to pony up, cowboy. And not the happy kind with rainbows and magical friendship either. Yes, UHF, as you can see, we are doing far more damage now. Oh man, he just gave me a virus. I'm gonna have to use it or else it is going to take over my hand and it is going to be disappointing. Yay! Happens defeated. He leads to stage change and level up! I am pleased with this. My love is not going up very fast. I do believe spade change leads to something interesting. Is it spade change that leads to the good stuff? Oh yeah, now we're getting to the good stuff. This would be Pio. Pio has a ton of HP, and it's sort of the... I would consider this the quote-unquote evolution of I'm gonna use death to no effect whatsoever. The quote-unquote evolution of Ribbon, which we just fought. Ooh, this looks like a good place to use a dowser. Send it all towards him! Very good, very good. He's still poisoned, so I see no reason to paralyze him yet. He's just gonna bio me. It's gonna get rid of my... Well, I guess I have to use something that's going to get rid of that healing. Oh well. Not the healing, the poison! He's gonna get rid of my min hand! See what I mean? Some of these late game monsters... Well, they're not quite late game yet, but some of these later monsters are actually pretty tough. And I do need to get rid of those charms. I will probably end up doing that off screen soon. Yeah, this episode's mostly just going to be me fighting and killing off monsters I haven't yet. I'm sorry if you find that disappointing or boring. I might go and do Gemrock and he healed on me again. Yeah, a lot of later monsters do, in fact, use vaccine gems, so you cannot rely solely on status effects. Disappointing, but lots and lots of healing going on here. Eventually, we're going to need some more, square gems of our own. We only have min hand right now, but we're going to want one of those high speeds. What the heck did the death come back? I didn't put a death in my deck. Did I? I just believe so. So much death everywhere! Why is this happening to me? My goodness, this is an unusually long fight. I think our fights with the boss weren't as painful as this. Oh god, virus. Dowser, please. This sounds like a wonderful way to end this fight. Yes, Pio was defeated, and Pio drops Powder. Powder is a delightful status effect gem that confuses your opponents. Ooh, shiny. Doesn't do any damage, but it's still quite strong, but we're not going to put it in our deck yet. Because I wanted to save that for other things. I might replace one of these gem waves. I don't think we need to. You know, something just occurred to me. I never actually explained what Dragon Scale does. Dragon Scale basically does a random assortment of things. It does varying amounts of damage depending on which monster you have out, or possibly randomness. I'm not entirely sure. I've never really figured it out in all my years of playing this game. It's kind of like the little monster equivalent of Hidden Power from Pokemon, if you know your Poké lore well, and I do. Let me just figure out, let me take a look at my deck and figure out what I want to do with it, how I can change it up and make it specialer. Another spin out would be good. You know what else would be good? More stuns. Yep, I think it's time, people. We have to make our return to Gemrock. Nope, not going for that stun. But as you can see, we have much more money now, because in my playing of mini-car game off-screen, I don't think it has a proper name. I got a couple hundred coins, actually. The fishing minigame, I'm pretty sure its name is just, the trolling minigame. No, it's not a game where you go around to message boards and leave inflammatory posts. It's a game where you troll for fish. And I'm pretty sure it's called that because if you go to the sound test in this game, and yes, there is a sound test, it's on the main menu and everything, it lists the music that minigame is trolling. Hey, this looks doable. I do know the rules. Yeah, since I'm doing this on camera, sadly, I don't get to... Oh my, I need the snake eyes and I got it. You got it fine. You got a stun gem. Yeah, I know I never showed off what you get if you press or set stun gem, but it's not that dramatic, really. It just leads to... Yeah, Congo, this guy. I know, I realized before we did the battle arena, I hadn't actually shown him off, but too bad. Oh, and if you use a shuriken item here, you can, in fact, fight a battle in this area. It just plays the same music as Olive Town. Most back areas have their own battle music, but not this area. It shares it with Olive Town. Too bad, so sad. Sad dad. I don't know. Now, I've shown you me getting one stun gem, so I think you can happily skip me getting another. I have to go all the way across the world to get back there. See you soon. Wow, that was really lucky. I got it on my first roll. Unfortunately, I brought down the save state menu, which covered the game screen, so unfortunately I can't show you my extreme luck there because it is interrupted by a menu. Oops. But yes, now I can alter my deck and make it far better. I know I called Charm one of my favorite gems earlier, but just because I love it doesn't mean it's all that great. poison, spin out Bowser, mint hand, getting so dirty. I don't need 2 gem waves, so I'm going to replace that with a vampire in here, just for funsies. Let's go along the powder trail. Powder trail, like something coming out of it. And this guy is Calgon. We're going to take him away. Yeah, getting into enemies with like a lot of HP. But this guy has a very suicidal deck, as you can see. Most of it is death and viruses. He does have Dragon Scale, which I showed you, and when used by Calgon, Dragon Scale is stupidly powerful. It does like 300 damage. Ooh, you can see it right there. But he's smart, and he usually goes for his, dangerous gems first. I think, like, if you look in the picture book, which is associated with this game, in the menu, not otherwise, it says that Calgon is a monster who wants to retire from gem battling because he's old. So I guess that he's old and so he wants to stop, and so he made a gem deck to show how badly he wants to stop. I don't know, but this gem is pretty good. It leads to the combat gem, which is oh so sexy. Combat does some wonderful things. It's the gem that puts death into your opponent's hands. It is the spreader of death. But we're not going to fight it yet. Instead, we're going to follow Death's track a little bit. Whee! And we're going to battle this even more old-manish-looking one, who is named Nico, and appears to be wearing a barrel. I'm guessing he's, like, so super cartoon poor that he needs to wear a barrel as a suit because he's just that poor. He wants to use Bowser on us. We cannot let them be. We only need 1 gem wave. Ooh! I'm going to kill him with Flash. It's a shame because I would have loved to have shown off Vampire. But he drops another interesting gem, which also leads to many wonderful things. Yes. He drops the Copy gem. Copy, basically, it makes you copy the same attack that you last used, but it leads back to P.O. So, I really should have shown him first, because all tracks basically lead to P.O. Disappointment, but we place combat. We get back to Zubadan. Yeah, I know, I haven't shown off a whole lot in this episode. It's kind of a short one. But I got, basically, in order to get to the next area, it's kind of a long wait. Like, literally. You will see what I mean when we get there. Oh, Spider says yow, by the way. Yow! Yow! Spider also kind of looks like a Sonic character. Kind of like a weird cross between Tails and, I don't know, something that flies with ear wings. Yeah, kind of a short, disappointing episode, but I'll be playing this game more off-screen, getting us to the next part of the game. Don't worry, you'll still get to see all the important things. But I've shown off everything I want to right now. So for now, I'd say this is the end of this episode. Thank you for joining me, Freezair, and I hope you continue to watch Let's Play Little Monster as we continue in episode 9. Addendum. Yeah, the episode's not actually over despite my outro there, because while I was going through my gem list and checking to make sure I'd shown off every monster we could fight so far, I realized I hadn't actually shown off the monsters that you get from, the Headbutt series. So we're going to do that now, because I feel more confident in my ability to beat up on them. And we're in Tanfield because I feel like Tanfield didn't get a whole lot of screen time, but I do like it here. So we're going to be fighting this beetly bother, whose name is Tack. I don't know if they use the power of Juju or what. Yeah, Vampire is kind of an unusual little gem in that it always... Ooh, great. Rocker. Not only is it a beetle, it's also a rocker. Are you gonna sing, like, Obladi and, like, Yellow Submarine and stuff? I'm so funny, I'm gonna use Gem Wave on you because I don't like those big powerful things. Look! Tack was defeated! 10 experience gained. And what was I saying about Tack? Oh yes, it's a beetly bother. It has lots and lots of HP. But it drops the Helmet Gem. It's a square gem. Which actually, Helmet has kind of an unusual effect in that attacks that attack you from above, such as Rocker and there's a couple others, actually do less damage. It leads to another defensive gem. Oh, look at this cute little mushroom guy. It's actually very appropriate that we're fighting here, because beetles and mushrooms go well with fields. This is one of my favorite little monsters from the game. Its name is Pepino, and isn't it adorable? It's going to try and hammer us into the dirt, but we're not going to let that happen. Yeah, use all of them. Healing gem would be super nice. Please. Healing? No. Just gonna, get hibernate too. A lot of hibernators. Ooh, vampire will work though. Glad I put that one little vampire in my deck. Yeah, gonna heal off all your regular gems. Healing, thank you. Charm, but... see, that's the annoying thing. Although hibernate makes you gain 50 HP off every gem you use, it doesn't get rid of their additional effects. So you can sit there, turtling, healing for a long time. Really annoying. Casino's square gem is a little strange because it doesn't actually appear to have much on it, just a little dot. It almost looks like a sort of generic shield. And in fact, generic shield is what it is, for it is the shield gem. Shield gem is like Remedy, a strange little gem that exists only to combat one other gem, particularly the sword gem, which we will see from Icarus if we fight it. I love Icarus. It's the quote-unquote evolved form of Tongo and the form that sort of leads into Argon. It is so cool looking. Look, he's got that blue horn, he's got some flying thingies, and he's so cool. I'm going to steal help from him, and it is going to be good. Actually, he's the monster that I used when I tried to fight Argon the first time. Sadly, he failed horribly. Sword gem, really good. It's like one of the most powerful normal damaging moves in the game, and I'm probably going to put them in my deck. So I'm going to fight another one of them to get, like, 2 more of them, so I will see what the end of those. Swords have been acquired, and I will quickly make improvements to my deck. I don't need high kicks when I have swords around. And look, I made sure there's even one left over so we can continue following its path. There's actually going to be good things happening in this episode after all. Woohoo! Can't remember what sword leads to, though. Swordy, where are you? There it is. Alright, now I remember where this goes. And it means that I also did some things wrong earlier. Oh my. Uh-oh, poison war. Don't want that to happen. No, not biological warfare, although one of the gems I do desperately want to find later on is called bio, in fact. Sword, yes! Little droplets of blood, that's scary looking. Very scary. I don't think they normally allow that in E-rated games anymore. And kind of the ironic thing is that this game, when I bought it, was not only E-rated, but it was E-rated with no descriptor. That means the game was so cutesy they didn't even feel comfortable slapping it with Comic Mischief. Comic Mischief, the descriptor that gets slapped on every video game ever. And as you can see, he just drops Virus, and you don't have to go to the arena to fight Virus, it just leads back on the Virus path. Oh well, that really will be it for this episode, although now it's much more long and useful. So, I will see you all later, for realsies this time, and it will be in episode 8, not 7. I cannot count. I said 9, not 7. Bye, I'm an idiot.